I don't feel like playing right now. So this is going to be 2 diamond players. And spawning in the top right hand side, it's going to be our Red Zerg FG Kamikaze. Coming from PG Academy, which is Prometheus Gaming. He's part of the same clan that I am in. That's how I got a hold of this game. And in the bottom left hand side, we got our blue Protoss Deedback. And I'm not quite sure what the clan tag's for. I just know it looks like Bill, so that's what I'm going to go with. And a little bit about Kamikaze is he's been Diamond for a while, so he's not like, because of the ladder update, he just got pushed into Diamond or anything. So I'm going to say we've played about 8 times, and he's beaten me 8 of those 8 times if we have played that many. So I know he's pretty good, and it's pretty fun to watch sometimes. I messed up an extractor trick there. As you can see, you just had to do it twice, but we'll see if that plays any big effect on this game or not. Got a probe on the way up here to the top right to scout out what's going on. And, okay. Yep, it's just coming up here to scout. He probably sent it back a little bit there just to make sure he wasn't trying to take a hatch, and he could have just blocked the hatchery if that's what was going to happen. Not sure exactly what Kamikaze is going to do yet. He does have his 15th drone, so he's probably going to either put down a spawning pool or a hatchery once he gets the money. And our Protoss is going for the Forge Fast Expand, which is pretty popular right now with the cannon rushing. Like, used to, in Wings of Liberty, people would scout out if there was no spawning pool down, they would go ahead and take the Nexus. But pretty much everyone now goes ahead and drops the Forge instead. And, I mean, I guess it's pretty reasonable, because most Zergs go hatch first against Protoss now. But I guess we will see. And it does look like we should be seeing that hatchery pretty soon from Kamikaze. He's getting it harassed a little bit by this probe, and he should be able to get it down now, and he does. Our Protoss has just thrown down his Nexus not too long ago, but we know he's pretty much safe. The spawning pool's just now finishing, and the cannon's already on the way. I'm actually not too big of a fan of where he just put this cannon. Reason being is, unless he's going to do some weird wall off right here, which it does not look like, I think a lot of his stuff's going to be out of range. So that should be kind of interesting to see how that unfolds. As you can see, he stopped probe production because of trying to get these buildings down. And he just finished, Kamikaze I would assume just finished that extractor, so he's actually going to mine out some gas now. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see him take a third, just because whenever you see a Forge Fast Expand, typically you don't have too much pressure to worry about, and all-ins and timings are a little bit delayed because this gateway is so much delayed. So Warp Gate, Cyber Core, Stargates, all that stuff gets delayed because of this gateway being placed after the Forge and the Nexus. And right now, our Protoss player is going to be resuming his probe production, as you can see, 2 probes at a time. And it will be interesting to see if he throws down and it will be a Cyber Core instead of a second gateway. So as soon as that finishes up, I'd imagine he will have a Mothership Core and a Warp Gate research on the way. Got the Zealot coming in to set up the block right here, and I don't think this cannon's in range to block this stuff, so I'm curious as to if that will play a factor later. As you can see, there are some Lings on the way, as well as Metabolic Boost for our Zerg player who's got 1 drone in the extractor. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or not, but should be interesting to see nonetheless if that plays any factor. And he did actually take this 3rd base a while ago. While I was talking, I missed that, I'm sorry. And as I said earlier, he's getting his Mothership Core and the Warp Gate research. Lings harassing around the front a little bit. And as you can see, the cannon actually cannot reach these Lings. These Lings wouldn't be able to do this. I mean, they're not really doing much anyway, but had that cannon been closer, he couldn't have even done that with it. And our Protoss player actually does not know about this 3rd base yet. Or actually, he probably does, because I think he saw the creep, but that'll be something to note. He's getting more gas. He's got 4 gases down now. So it'll be interesting to see what he decides to go to from here. He could go Ling Muta, which is what I'm going to expect, because I don't see a Roach Warren down. I don't see any Evo Chambers or anything to suggest otherwise. Which, after a few more waves of drones, he should be pretty good to go with that. And actually, up here in the top left, we have the Protoss proxying the Stargate, but unfortunately for him, Kamikaze's definitely going to see it, because this Overlord's... Wow, that was actually pretty perfect for Kamikaze. That couldn't have gone any better. And Warp Gate getting pretty close to done. He's got some decent saturation, but Kamikaze does have this Overlord in here as well. Oh, it looks like these Lings are going to pick off a Stalker. Probably the Zealot too, and this Pylon. These are things as a Protoss you really don't want to lose. You lose a lot of your map presence that way. And as well as this Pylon, you don't want to lose any forward pylons if possible. Okay, so right now, our Protoss player has 3 gateways on the way, but he's only got 1 at the moment, and then a Robo facility. And we've got a lot of Lings on the field here from our Zerg player. And there's nothing block. Okay, he just warped in a sentry. That's good for him. He needs that. And so he's got his Colossi and stuff, but I don't know. The Spire is down for our Zerg player. And looks like he's going to get started on this creep spread here. Just a little bit. We have +1 on the way for his Lings. And man, he does have a lot of Lings. And the Protoss player still only has 1 Immortal. He's about to have another. And a Sentry. And he just opened up this huge lane for these Zerglings to come in. So, I'm curious as to if that will be exploited. And it looks like... Oh man. No force fields. He's gonna... Oh man, he lost so much there. 3 sentries and... Oh. Is he not gonna kill the Immortal? Oh, okay. Maybe. No. Okay, well, the Immortal lives for now. Keep an eye on it. And I do believe he will get this... Yeah, and it's a cancel, so... That's nice. And a pretty good surround right here on these Protoss units. These are some expensive losses coming from our Protoss. He finally did pick off that 1 Immortal, and he's probably going to get this... Oh, no, he's going to retreat. And Deedback goes ahead and throws down the Nexus again anyway, but as you can see, they're just Lings on the production tab. I think Kamikaze smells blood, and it's very possible that he will just end the game here. I mean, there's nothing really to stop him unless force fields come into effect, but last time our Protoss didn't exactly force field like he needed to, because he didn't force field at all. And it looks like he's going to try and get the cancel on this 3rd again, and I imagine he will get it. Yeah, that's either going to go down or be canceled. And he does get the cancel. And now he's just going to run these Lings out. However, Mutas are on the way. Mutas are here in the base right now in this Artosis pylon. About to unpower 3 gateways and 2 gateways and 3 warp gates. Or he might stop. Okay. So now, when it comes to production, Deedback is down to 1 gateway again, and 2 gateways and 1 warp gate. And he's getting his mineral line ravaged right now. He's only killed 10 workers, but I imagine that count's going to grow here pretty shortly. There's just not much that shoots up here. I mean, he's got 4 sentries and 2 stalkers. Okay, he's got 5 sentries, but he just has no production. I mean, he's got these, and he doesn't even have one of his gateways into a warp gate yet. More Lings coming in to press the issue down here at the 3rd. I don't know how much this is going to do, in all honesty, but with the Muta help, it's going to get the cancel at least again. And from here, I mean, our Zerg player's taking a 4th. He's got quite a good amount of units. A lot of Mutas, a lot of Lings. Lings do already have +1, and Mutas have +1 attack already, and he's about to lose this whole army right here. And at this point, I think the Protoss, yep, there's the GG. And that's the end of the game. And this was Prometheus Gaming's Manipulation. This is my first cast, and I do plan on casting a few more games in the not so distant future because I've kind of started to enjoy casting. I haven't really casted too much, so I'm shaky at best right now, I would say. I'm sure I could get a lot better, and I'm hoping that I will. And eventually I will start uploading more of my own games as well as these replays. So if you have any replays to send me that you'd like to see casted, maybe I can help you out with some of your problems if you'd like. But if not, I will just cast it. You can send them to manipulationsc2@yahoo.com. I will put a link below, and thanks for watching.